Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So the only Star Wars thing I care about, really, right now, I mean, I want to see the Ahsoka show. I want to see anything they're going to do with Ezra and stuff like that. But for right now, the only thing I care about right now is Mandalorian. And it came back, first episode, season 3. I thought it was pretty good.
Great. I liked it.
Yeah, exactly. It went where it left off. Just an amazing show.
Yeah, and it ends with, remember Mando needing to go back to wash himself clean in Mandalore so he can, be a Mandalorian again in his eyes. Because, for all intents and purposes, dude, Din Djarin, you're a Mandalorian through and through.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, left to right, it don't matter. You're a Mandalorian. But in his heart, he doesn't feel it.
Right.
No.
And I feel like there's a lot of disconnect with himself right now, and he's trying his best to redeem himself, even though he doesn't really need redemption.
He doesn't.
He does. He feels it himself. And I even feel like hinting my personal thing. As soon as he does, he'll be able to wield the Darksaber.
Yeah,
his heart and spirit will not be.
It won't be heavy.
It won't be heavy.
He'd be flinging that thing around like it was made out of freaking helium.
Yeah, he'd be like.
But I think the graphics, the special effects, top notch.
Oh,
the big giant gator monster thing looks amazing. The space battle and the freaking asteroid belt looked amazing. Thank you for not going cheap.
Also,
I felt it was cheap in Boba Fett a little bit.
Yeah, it was getting kind of bad. The puppeteering, I
I
really
love
like
the
that.
little puppets.
Yes,
The little dudes.
from Star Wars episode 8.
Yeah, they have the little mustaches.
Yeah.
They're cute. And they're funny. They're kind of like this. They're like little silly voices. But they were fun and they were like puppets. I was 10-year-olds again. I was 10-year-old watching The Labyrinth first time. That's what it felt like.
Yeah,
the little
nice.
worm guy. Come on, have a spot of tea. It will look good forever.
Right.
Those puppets look good because it was real.
Right.
So,
right.
and again, like the fact that live in a little house and Mando's in there, but he takes up the whole house.
Yeah, he's shrunk.
But it wasn't a long episode, but guess how it ended with me going, oh, that's it.
Yeah, I know. I wanted more. I was like, what is it? Yeah.
When's the last time Star Wars has done that for you? Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah.
It's been that long, guys.
Really, it really, really has. And I heard Andor's supposed to be pretty good. I don't care. It's in the past. I don't care.
No.
I don't care about how the plans got to the Death Star. I don't care anymore.
Yep.
At least this is a new story where I don't know where it ends. I don't know what happens in Andor, but I know he ends up on that planet and he dies.
Yep.
With what's-her-face.
And all this is new.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
What happens with Grogu?
What happens to Din Djarin?
Does he become the king of Mandalore? Does he die? Does he hand it off to... What if Grogu becomes king because Din Djarin dies or something? How crazy would that be? A Jedi leading Mandalorians. So there's all this cool stuff like that. But we open up and we see the... she never had a name. The armorer?
The armorer, I guess you
She's
say.
making some armor. I'm like, oh, it's like a little kid armor. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Is that for Grogu? I thought that'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
But she walks out of a cave and there's a boy standing in the water. I'm like, oh, it's like a baptism. Full blown it's a baptism.
He's standing there.
They go through, at first we thought, is this a flashback?
Yeah,
is
is
this
that
when
Din Djarin?
Din Djarin when he was a little boy? I'm like, oh, this boy doesn't look like that. Then they're doing the whole thing, you pledge yourself to Mandalore, you never take your helmet off, you have to, repeat after me. But then before he says the final words, the armorer's like, whoa, hold on. I feel something. And this giant crocagator comes out of the ground. It's like a giant dinosaur crocodile. And instead of just leaving, they go to fight it. And I'm like, leave? Why aren't they going back in the cave?
Well, the Mandalorian, they can't.
They're going to fight it. So they're shooting it with the little pea shooters and it's not doing nothing. Cool. The thing looks amazing. This giant crocodile thing looks absolutely amazing.
And some Mandalorians get eaten. They're putting bombs on it. They're trying everything.
The flying there guy with his big old, the heavy gunner, he's going down. It's like it's not even affecting this thing. But I'm like, what are they going to do? What's they're going to fight freaking, Armor runs out there with a freaking hammer. I'm like, is she going to take a hammer to this damn thing? Unless you get it in its eyeball.
Yeah, it's not
going to do nothing.
No.
But she's running out to try to save some of the other Mandalorians. And then Din Djarin shows up. Mando shows up and he hears it with the freaking, because he has a starfighter. They blow it up. But they're all kind of looking at him like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I just saved you guys. And they're just like, oh.
And he's in there and she's going to talk to her. Oh, you're an apostate.
You're
not
Mandalorian
no more. What the hell are you doing here? But we talked about forgiveness and redemption. Yeah, I had to wash up, but there's no more Mandalore. It's all gone. Goes, but look, I have this thing I got from a trader. Is this not from Mandalore? And she looks at it. Let me see your stupid crap. Like she's like, doesn't want to hear it. She gets it. She's like, yeah, but I can tell that the whole planet was glassed. They freaking covenant the planet, like in Halo. Like they use ion stuff, and they literally, the whole planet's probably just shards of glass. Mm-hmm. She's like, but, he's like, but what if the caves are still there? Can I not wash myself from the waters and bring back proof and not be a Mandalorian again? You know, this is the way.
This is the way.
She's like, okay. I love how she thinks it's a stupid idea, but they're so like steep in their own lore that if you can pull it off, go ahead and try.
That's the way you do it then.
That's dope.
And I love that because it's almost like this impossible task, this journey, but it's one of those things where they're so into their mysticism of it that if he does it, you'd be like, well, it was meant to be, and you were meant to be Mandalore. Yeah,
it's like, it's almost like this like idea of, I'm trying to say like some like, oh, if you perform 3 miracles and you're a saint.
Yeah.
And like it's like a thing like that. Like they like if you do it, you did it.
You did it, and then you have the Darksaber will like wholeheartedly follow you.
It's super weird because they have like respect for the Darksaber, but he has it, so couldn't he just like command her? But it's weird.
He could, but then again, I feel like it would work more with other Mandalorians not that set.
I think he literally truly wants like her approval. Yeah. It's like his mom.
Yeah.
I gotta go talk to mom.
Well,
hey mom, remember you got mad at me and took my helmet off.
But I think what the thing is, and this is kind of like more like maybe this is not what he's thinking, but since he can't wield it very well, he has to...
it's not truly mine yet.
Yes, and he has to master it because he feels like if I'm going to really say I'm Mandalore and I'm barely holding this thing like this...
Yeah, like I'm dragging it.
Yeah, I need to know. I'm going to need to fight a lot of people to prove that I'm number one.
But she gave him like her blessing basically. Like, hey, you get this done. Good on you.
Because I mean, if he was handling it like it was nothing, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, okay, this guy is the leader."
He's all flipping it all
around.
But so he's going into hyperspace and he's going to this next planet. But we see those whales, like in English. Grogu's looking, and we see those. That's the thing that freaking Ezra took off on. Yeah, with freaking Thrawn. So there's no way they added that in there if it wasn't going to mean something. That is a direct 100% reference to what happened at the end of freaking Rebels. Because our timelines are catching up.
Yeah.
We're running out of time to tell this tale before we run into freaking the new trilogy that freaking sucks. But I do like the inside of the ship. I like how things look real and they look rustic and they look like they were put together in a junkyard. I like that look. That is a Star Wars look. Things aren't clean.
Yeah.
Even their best new droids still look like, I bet you I can make that with stuff from Home Depot. It should. Yeah. That's the way Star Wars needs to look.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at those bikes in friggin'
Boba
Fett.
Ugh.
No.
Awful.
Too colorful.
Too clean as well.
Way too clean. But he gets back and he's back at the first planet he started out on, Navarre, and it looks pretty snazzy. Mm-hmm. These boys, they're very cosmopolitan. Yes. they have, it looks respectable.
And also like about it, the greenery's coming back, and I know that's maybe a little bit of like Star Wars, like, oh, when the bad guys rule it, it's all desolate. And of course, when the good guys rule it, all the floors.
They get a statue of what's his face, that droid that basically saved them.
The IG unit.
Yeah, that's super dope. But people are selling stuff in the streets. We see some of those weird Jabba. Remember Jabba had that pet.
Yeah,
He has a name.
He has a name.
I forget his name, but it's just stupid, like regular sounding human name. But they're like a bunch of in the trees.
It's like ours, Crumb.
Yeah. And he's like in the trees. They're like, they're looking little nasty little guys. But he meets up with freaking the guy's like the head chancellor now.
Yeah, magistrate.
Magistrate, but he's like high magistrate. Like he's moved up. He even has little robot butlers like holding his little cape. That's dope. That's when you know you made it. So he's like, hey, Mando, I heard you were back. Yeah, I didn't believe it. He's like, he thought like, oh, man. He's like, things are blowing up, man. You want to be on the ground floor. He's like, we're becoming a big trade thing. People coming to us. They're leaving other planets to come set up shop here. It's like, dude, I got a plot of land for you. You and your boy can settle down. You can live here.
Forever.
Like, live off the land. I'll set you up in business. But could you imagine Din Djarin just like being a farmer? Like he's like not doing like commando stuff anymore.
Just walk around town.
It's like, man, I like the offer and everything, but I have stuff to do. And then he feels a little hurt, like, come on, dude, forget all this crap. Didn't you finish your mission?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you completed it and you're still with him.
He's like, you still got the dude. He's like, well, he came back to me. Yeah, whatever. He's like, his name's Grogu. Okay, well, if you say so. Like, that's it. Yeah. Like, he still calls him the creature. Like,
the creature, little baby.
I'm not going to remember its name. I don't care. But we see that a protocol droid comes in. Oh, you have a meeting. He's like, oh, not right now. He's like, well, it's with pirates. They need to see you. Go down there. Go to talk with the pirates. The pirates are great. These alien, the makeup job looks amazing.
Yes, alien, very Star Wars.
See, notice how this alien looks? You know what? He looks kind of like that dude from Infinity War. Remember the black guard guy?
Yeah.
Who had no face? This guy looks better because it's makeup and it's not just CGI. Thank you. Makeup, prosthetics, it just looks amazing.
And it adds an extra element of like creepy a little bit because
it's there. You can touch it.
Yeah, you can touch his face. Ugh.
Even the best CGI, especially when it comes to faces, you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
This is cool because they're just dudes in costume and makeup, which is such a Star Wars thing. They're like, hey, how's it going? And everything like, oh, we're trying to get here to get a drink and this droid won't let us in. It's like, oh, it's a school now. Well, that's probably why they wouldn't let us in. Like, come on, guys. We can talk in my office.
And we can have a drink up there.
No, we need a drink in this bar. It's not a bar anymore. It is if I say so. Oh, God.
Right.
Dude.
Our boss says it was like his money paid for the bar, and it's like, oh my gosh, let it go.
It's over.
Yeah.
And he's like, come on, man. Just like that. And he's like, oh, do we have a problem here? Because, like, it's funny because Mando just, like, leaning on the wall. He's like, whenever you want me to jump in, I'll take out these guys. Like, he's just mad. And he's like, oh, there's no problem as long as you give me a drink here. So can I just knock your head against the wall? Stop being such a jerk.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you gone soft. And then he's like, oh, want to see how soft I am? And they both have like their guns. Like, come on, try me. I'm like, oh.
And that's what I loved about him is that he still carried his handgun.
Yeah, he still has his blaster on.
Still has his blaster. He's like, nope, like I could still take
no matter how much of a magistrate I am, you gotta have a blaster on your side.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like that other dude in Boba Fett who was just like, I want to live the life of a politician and have all the nice things. He's still throw down.
He's still down.
He's still from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But he draws on a boom, blows his blaster out of his hand. He's like, just get the hell out of here. Then the other guys draw guns and Mando, blah, 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 and again, kills all his dudes. Mando's like, you want me to kill this guy too? And he's like, nah, just let him go. He's like, are you sure that's a good idea? It's like, well, he'll spread the tale that we're not friendly to pirates.
Yeah, we're done with that business.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not smuggling spice. We're not doing human trafficking. You want to sell goods and products and agriculture, this is the place. We're not doing any of that other stuff anymore.
Yeah, because that guy kind of threw it back in his face a little bit.
You paid us to murder people.
And mayhem and do all these horrible things, and now we can't. Now it's a school. And you're like...
School for mayhem.
Yeah, school for mayhem.
But here's the thing. Things can get better.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people that I can't stand. Well, it was bad once, so it must be bad forever. No, you can always do better.
Yeah, it can always change. Yep.
But he's like, Mando, I'm going to be square with you. I need a marshal.
Yeah.
That's really why I wanted you really kind of to stay. It's like, what about Dune? After she turned in Gideon, they recruited her for special forces, and I can't get a hold of her anymore. There you go. That's how they got rid of the character.
Thank you. And
it's respectable.
Yes.
It's she's doing a really good, like a high secret work, and that always leaves the door open for something.
Right. Some people even said as a rumor, if she comes at the very end of the season, oh yeah, that'd be so...
And because I remember seeing stuff on Twitter, everyone fuming and everything. I'm like, okay, what was it? That's what they're mad about? What did they want to never speak her name again?
Oh, she died. Or never speak of her, yeah.
No, they just gave if nothing ever comes of Cara Dune ever again, that was a nice send-off.
Yeah.
In my mind, she became the leader of the special forces, and they're doing cool special forces things.
Yep.
It should have been made into a TV show, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. It's a nice, kind send-off, and I am accept it. If I never see her again, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Because they made her cool. She had a cool ending. Because she was badass and super, super cool. You know what's so funny? And we talked about this during the finale of last year. It was basically all ladies. Yeah. And guess what? We didn't care because it was fucking cool. Mm. You make it cool. You make it badass. I don't care if it's all the ladies. Because they were all trained professionals and they were kicking some ass.
And no one said anything. Oh my, not a single person.
You had a bunch of ladies with guns, Mandalorians, Cara Dune. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was badass. And it wasn't like, we're going to show them men's. Nothing. They were just the best at what they could do. I loved it. It was great. So, happy for Cara Dune. Nice send-off. And he's like, hey, man, you'd be an awesome lawman.
Yeah. I would love you to be my marshal.
You can sling the lead. You can do that. And people see you. They respect you. Come on. Price of land. Anything you want. Part of the business. And you be my marshal. It's like, I can't do that, man. He's like, oh, you son of a B-word. I thought you were here to, you're always on your quest.
You're always on business. Yeah. And he's like, ugh.
Why don't you hire someone from the New Republic? He's like, I don't want to be under anyone's thumb.
Yeah, which was a nice little
And
touch.
He can trust Mando.
Right, and I kind of like that because That was one thing I always felt was kind of funny. Like, I don't think anyone would trust the Republic anymore.
Because why? You're just a new empire.
Yeah.
Because you have to prove yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just be another bully. So we want to be truly independent. And I need people I can trust, and I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anyone in all of Star Wars, you can trust Luke, you can trust Din Djarin, because these guys are freaking true blue dudes that go, he was going to die with Boba Fett because he promised that he would fight by his side.
Yep.
He's like, okay, we can go out there, we're both going to die, and this is the way. You one crazy mother.
yeah. I have to admit, a lot of things with Boba Fett, that was the coolest
That was
part.
the dopest scene. They were just getting all shot up and like,
boom, boom, knee rockets, big backpack shots. Oh, it was great.
That's when Star Wars is at its best. But he's like, I need a droid. He's like, fine, there's droids everywhere. We can get you the best droids. We're the best droid makers in all the galaxy. I like how he talks up his town. Like, they're the best of everything all the time. It's like, I want that droid. It's like, that guy? It's like, it's just a statue.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, there's still parts in there. I trust him. Because Din Djarin's all about that trust.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't like droids. So he trusted that droid. He's like, let me try to rebuild him. So like, he's poking around. Okay, I think that's it. He's powered up. And he rose back. Oh, must destroy assets. He's going after Grogu. He's all on the ground like dragging around. It's funny, but it's like, why couldn't Mando just like stomp on him?
I know. It was like a weird kind of like he didn't want to.
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't trying to injure him.
Yeah, he's trying to, maybe salvage him a little bit.
But then I do like the fact that he's like, think fast. And he does him. He does Grogu to like a little tied in shovel pass. He just catches him. And then I do like how his protocol droid just like pushes a little statue on him and just crushes him. No, that's using your head. Really, Mando?
yeah.
Such a stupid thing. But he's like, okay, he's dusted. Just get you new ones. Like, no, I can still try to fix him. Like, you were freaking really hooked on this guy. Like, I got the best droid builders here. And then he's like, here you are. He's like, what do you mean? It's that's this guy. This little dude.
Yeah, little guy from...
I like how they have like little bellies. They're like little gnomes. I love it. And then he's like, so they're trying to like fix him. What makes it cool is they're so small, they can literally climb inside of him.
And work on him.
It'd be like me working on a car. Like I can pick the car up and like, move it or like look underneath it. So they're doing the thing and they're like, no good. Like, they're speaking English or Galactic Basic, but there's such a strong accent, it's hard to understand them.
Right.
And then I'm like, he's saying it, he's no good. He's saying that his, even if we do fix him, his memory circuits are split, they're fried.
Yeah.
So I can fix it, but they don't make this droid anymore. So the part is just, you're better off just getting something new. It's like, what if I can find the part? He's like, yeah, I can do it. He says he can do it. He's like, okay, I get it. He's like, I can understand some of the things he's saying. But like, everything he says, he's translating it. But he's just translating English. That's what makes it so stupid.
Yeah.
But Grogu's looking at him like, yeah, I like this little guy. He just grabs him.
And he hugs him.
He's like hugging him. And he's like, oh no, bad baby. It's like that. And it's like puppets. So they're not moving perfectly, but it's so Star Wars. It's making me smile, and I effing love it.
And one thing I love is that Din Djarin's in the place, but he's so huge that
he's like takes up the whole shop. Like he's sitting cross-legged, but he's like takes up the whole.
I was thinking that scene from Alice in Wonderland where she's in the house.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
But that's Star Wars. And it works, and it's funny, and I like it. Then he pulls Grogu away, but then Grogu kind of jumps at him again.
He's like, let me grab him. I was like, I hope he doesn't eat him.
Because Grogu ate all those eggs. Remember he ate all those baby eggs?
Don't eat that guy.
I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to like touch him. Like he just grabs him.
Let me pick you up.
Not many things are smaller than Grogu.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, because like that's the interesting part. Because if you imagine if you're a creature so small that you found other creatures smaller than you, you'd be like, ooh, let me grab you.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a funny scene. I love it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, I'm basically gonna go get that part now. Nice seeing you, Mando, and everything takes off. I do like the fact that he's talking to Grogu. He's like, hey, being a Mandalorian isn't all about fighting and learning when to fight and run and everything. He's like, you had to navigate the stars. He's like showing him the galactic map and what it means and how far your range is. We plan out your routes. Like, okay, that's super cool. He's like, and this over here is your threat detector. And rear sight's going off. He's like, well, we have enemies. Pirates are after him. We can't let you get away, Mando, after what you killed 3 of my guys. So he's like, okay, let's do this. They go in the asteroid belt. Cool. Fight.
Oh, so good.
And of course, Mando's just like a badass. He's like hiding behind rocks, like asteroids. Where's he at? Because kills one guy. Oh, where did he go? Kills another guy. It's that whole like just single out one guy, kill him. Because he's not gonna be able to take them all off at once. But he's slowly but surely taking them off one by one. The pirate big pirate ship is the mothership. And the guy looks pretty cool. He's very plant-like.
Oh, very.
He looks like Davy Jones, but with plant. If Davy Jones and Swamp Thing had a baby, that'd be this guy. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, you killed some of my men, Mando. I can't let that down, but if you just surrender me your ship, I'll let you live. Say, Grogu, one more piece of advice. Never trust a pirate. He just hyper jumps. Boom. Gets out of there. Yep. But those pirates are going to be on Mando's ass this whole season.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
I really like that moment where he was teaching Grogu, because now we finally get the understanding of, like, he's going to train him as a Mandalorian.
Yep.
Like, it's no more like Jedi or whatever, which is, you still have some of that.
But you did grab a little piece of candy.
Yeah.
It looked like a space M&M. He's like, he just grabs it.
Yeah. So I kind of like that, because that needs to happen. I need to see Grogu be a Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's going to be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
He does have his he has his Mandalorian, like, chainmail underneath. But he goes to some other planet, and like, oh, it's a pretty looking planet, you know. He's like, oh, this was on the Mandalorian thing. He's like, oh, that's a Mandalorian castle down there. I'm like, oh, dope, Mandalorian castle. Castles. I want to get married in Mandalorian castle. So I'm like, but why is he here? There's a droid out there. You get down, I'm like, oh, it's right, Bo-Katan. There she is. She's like sitting in there with nobody.
Nobody, just by herself. Like, they're like, oh, okay.
Doing your sister proud. That's what I would have told her. Yeah. They should have threw her helmet at me.
Yeah.
If your sister could see you now, that's what I would have said. Then flick my cigarette at her. But she's like, oh, what do you want? He's like, oh, I'm here to join you for our whole campaign. Take back Mandalorian. And she's like, that's not happening anymore. What do you mean? He gave up? Like, well, I didn't have the Darksaber, so they just took off. So what happened to that fleet we captured? Oh, they're doing mercenary work. They just took it. They just left me here. And he's like, oh, the great Bo-Katan just given up?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing left on that planet. It's cursed. I thought you said the curse was fake. Is there a curse or not?
Yeah. And I love that.
You can go to those waters if you want. There's nothing special. It's just water.
Yeah, they're just a way to transfer the minerals to, like, to different locations. And, yeah, but then again, that's when she goes, so when is Mandalore real and when is it legend? And I feel like that was a good slap to little Bo-Katan a little bit of, like, yeah, don't be... Ugh. And so he's like, no matter what, I'm going there.
And she goes, you have the Darksaber, just wave it around and they'll listen to you. They'll do whatever you say.
Yeah.
But I think at the same, like, you were already saying that he doesn't feel like he's worthy of it.
Yes.
And just having people follow me doesn't make me worthy.
Right.
But Bo-Katan, like, you want Mandalore back? Here's the thing. He washes himself clean. You kick his butt. He'll give you the Darksaber. He doesn't want to be king. He doesn't care. He just wants to be a Mando. He just wants to be a Mandalorian. That's it. And if you want to take back the throne, that's your family, your sister, and everything. Just stop being this freaking lazy bones. Laying there doing nothing to like, man, doing good for you. Get the hell out of here. But he's like, yeah, I'm going to go. See ya.
Well, and she tells him that they go to the springs underground.
Yeah, they're under the mines. She even told them what city it's under. It's just water. There's nothing mystical about it. See, now you're starting to hate on your own race.
Yeah.
You got to... I think it's because... he has a Darksaber and doesn't care, and it pisses her off.
Yeah. He'd be doing so much more with it. And the fact, too, that she did offer to have him join, like, her, and he's like, no, I need to return Grogu. I don't care about the Darksaber. And then it's like pretty much everything she hates. And then on top of that, being that religious zealot that he is, even makes her even more mad.
See, this is what needs to happen. Din Djarin needs to be the head of, like, Death Watch or whatever, and that can be their little group. If you want to join, you have to never take your helmet off. It's like their special little group. Because she brings it up. She's like, where were you when we were being attacked? During the Purge, where were your people? Because everyone had a different idea of what Mandalore was, and we weren't united, and we were all splintered, and that's why they were able to crush us. Mm-hmm. But they have such wildly different beliefs.
Right. Like, you couldn't put Bo-Katan in the armor in the same room and come together as together.
Yeah. Because even with the Darksaber, she wouldn't follow her.
No.
But if they do a thing where it's like, oh, she's queen, Din Djarin is like the emperor of like the like basically like their military maybe, and they can be the hardcore ones, and he'll be like flight commander or something, whatever of their fleets. But I don't see them just having one leader.
Right.
It needs to be kind of more like a military where you have like your generals and then your lieutenants, and like you break it down, and then Din Djarin needs to be like the leader of like the fighting forces, because not every Mandalorian can't be like Sparta, where everyone is just a warrior, you need people to make food and be traders and do things like that, not just, oh, let's go around killing everything.
And have an okay between the two major clans of like, okay, some will follow the way of Mandalore, some won't, but you both are a Mandalorian.
Yeah, instead of like, you're not a true man, like there's no true Mandalorian. You got to stop that.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to be one, we got to make some concessions here.
And but again though, I don't feel like the armor is gonna want that.
I don't want her to die.
I don't want her to die either.
But she might have to.
That or maybe finally see. But again though, if Din Djarin purifies himself, has the Darksaber, can he make a rule and say that? And will she say this is the way?
Yeah, because
everything is done legit.
Yeah, and it was someone of like her clan. Well, that might work.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die.
I don't
want her to have to be like, I'll die before I bow to you.
The problem is she's such an absolute about everything. That's the problem. Everything's an absolute with her, black and white. There is no deviation.
I don't even want the guy that he fought in season 2, the big guy. I don't want him to die either.
I don't want any of the Mandalorians to die. I love the Mandalorians.
Right. I don't want,
There's not many of them.
I know.
You can't be losing no Mandalorians.
It was kind of nice seeing a group at the beginning, though.
Yeah, there's like 12, 13 of them.
Well,
cool.
It's funny how like their group seems to be more together. Isn't that interesting?
I think they're trying to figure out, guys, living in a rat hole with 3 of us isn't, we're going to die.
Yeah.
And that whole only sending one out at a time, guys. If we want to bring the Mandalorians back, and then, again, there's no way the story of Din Djarin having the Darksaber isn't all over every Mandalorian's lips. Yeah. There's no way it's not. Stand on the hill with the sword in the air and just bring everyone back in and be like, as new Emperor King of Mandalore, I decree that all who claim to be Mandalorians are Mandalorians. Mm-hmm. And you can wear your helmet or not wear your helmet. That's you're still Mandalorian. He's got to do something. Mandalorian Constitution. He's got to do something. Yeah, the Mandalorian Bill of Rights. There's got to be something that needs to go down, because even if he does become king and he's still like in his ways, they'll just die off again.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is one United Space Force to come in and just blow them up. Because they don't have ships like that.
No.
But they still have that fleet that they stole from the Empire. They can get them to join, but there's always that person who's always scheming to be the next one.
Yeah, because I can defeat him, steal it from him, whatever.
That's another thing. I challenge the king, and then you can't be... Every 4 years you can challenge the king. There needs to be... it can't just be every day. Because there's going to be fools out there who are going to want to do it all the freaking time.
And Mando's the one who goes sit there killing everyone.
Oh, next. He just gets killing it's a conveyor belt of dudes. Hey, you already went once.
He's back in line.
But where does this lead with Grogu?
I think he's going to train him because, again, they're a clan of 2. I think, hopefully, I don't know if this could be the end of the whole series, but get him a helmet. Get him prepped, ready to be a Mandalorian.
Little rocket pack.
Yeah, little rocket pack, little helmet.
Little blaster. Pew.
Yeah. And then you can have a saber because technically every Mandalorian learns every weapon.
Yeah. Saber tactics, baby.
Yeah.
But I Bo-Katan needs to get off her pity pot.
Yeah, she's a little.
She's having a little pity party. Get over it. Do you want to do what's best for Bo-Katan or do what's best for the Mandalorian race?
And that's always been Bo-Katan, though. That's always been her thing. What's best for Mandalore, what's best for her, and it always seems the way what's best for her.
Yeah, and she'll kind of like... But, again, I'm excited to see the next episode. I'm excited to see something Star Wars. See, I don't do this whole, I am going to boycott all of Star Wars because the new version sucked. Yeah, some things suck, some things are cool. This is a cool thing.
Yeah, it is.
And if you like Mandalorians and you like Star Wars stuff and you don't watch this just because of some, I don't know, vendetta against Disney, I'm sorry, you're missing out.
Yeah, this is good.
Quality show.
And we don't know where it's going to go. We literally have no idea how this is going to end.
No.
But there was one thing I did read that kind of bothered me. They said Jon Favreau hasn't written an ending for Mando yet.
Right, and also heard another rumor that, there's going to be a season 4.
We kind of need to wrap this up.
Yeah. Because then eventually...
Well, you could have had a freaking spinoff of Cara Dune, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, people destroy that.
I'm hoping that was more... Hopefully not what he meant, but I don't know.
But because even in things in my mind, I always think of the ending.
Yes.
Where do I want this to end? I haven't even thought about it. Really, John? Really?
But again,
give me the cowboy hat and make you eat it. What are you talking about?
But again, though, that could also be him playing with the fact that he probably does. But what's he gonna say? Oh, I have, but I'm not gonna tell you. Like, guess he could.
I would have the paper and I'd be looking at it like, oh, you'd be surprised and put it back in there. You can't see it.
Yeah.
There's like a little like tube. He pulls it off.
Or he pulls it out of his hat. He goes like,
yeah, that's what's under the cowboy hat.
That's the cowboy hat. This is the ending. He's like,
but Fridays are the new episodes.
I think so.
So not this Friday, be next Friday,
well,
or is it always gonna be on Wednesdays?
I think it's gonna be on Wednesdays.
Are you sure we did that last year? Remember it premiered on Wednesday?
Oh, did it?
And then it wasn't until next Friday.
Okay, you're probably right about
But yeah,
that.
I can't wait. Because we still haven't seen all the cool stuff we saw from the trailers.
Yes, I know.
All those Mandalorians just like air dropping out of a thing. So fucking cool. But yeah, super awesome. A+. I love this episode.
Yeah, and I just hope they make more and more of this.
Yeah, just keep doing this, Star Wars. Just keep doing this. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.